Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the third Hangout for our Mobile Guru program. First off, we'd like to apologize for the confusion earlier. We encountered a few technical difficulties. Thank you for bearing with us, and hopefully you have found your way to access this Hangout today. So my name is Clark, and I work as a mobile product specialist in Google Marketing Solutions. Again, thank you for joining us today for your continued participation in our Mobile Guru program and for helping your agency succeed on the mobile platform. So, we're here to talk about Google AdWords. Google AdWords changes pretty much on a daily basis, as we at Google constantly find ways of improving the experience for our advertisers. In this way, we will be spending the next 30 or so minutes to talk about two big changes that we have implemented and rolled out to all AdWords accounts globally. So we'll talk about two things. First is the device bid adjustment change that has just rolled out fully to all accounts, and the deprecation of converted clicks. Let's begin with device bid adjustments. Moving forward, your campaign bid will now be device agnostic, and you as advertisers will be allowed to adjust your bids per device. This allows you more control, as you'll be able to toggle bids across multiple levels, so from campaigns, ad groups, keywords, as well as device, from computers, mobile devices, and now including tablets. The new change also allows you more flexibility, as you'll now be able to adjust between fully opting out, so negative 100% still exists, but you are now able to toggle that up to an increased 900% bid adjustment if you want to. Again, this launched globally in the last 2 weeks, so you should be seeing these fields in all of your AdWords accounts. In terms of this change, we have three kind of best practices that we want you to apply. And I'll cover each of these more in the next few slides. First is consistent coverage across all devices. Second, leverage automated bidding for optimal bids. And third, for manual bidding, optimize your bids to your full value performance targets and address your bid adjustments based on relative device performance. So let's dive deeper into the first best practice. 61% of adults start an activity on one device but continue or finish it on another. The last thing that we want you to do is to complicate your campaign management by splitting up your campaigns per device type, which is how it used to be pre-enhanced campaigns. With keeping it as consolidated campaigns, first off, you ensure that you have consistent coverage across all keywords, extensions, and ads, meaning you don't need to copy over any changes across the different campaign types as and when you need to make them happen. And this obviously makes campaign management much easier and much more efficient. Second thing, auto bidding simplifies your campaign management even further, as it takes multiple factors into account, including device. So from daytime to location to language, etc. Auto bidding systems will allow the system to adjust your bids based on what your campaign targets are and your existing history, therefore simplifying how you manage your campaigns. Lastly, and this is probably the most complicated aspect of the best practices for device bid adjustments, for manual bidding, we'd like you to follow three things. First, make sure that you capture the full value of mobile. meaning you track each and every conversion and how they contribute to your overall campaign goals. In this regard, we'd really like you to consider moving beyond last click conversions, as that way of looking at your performance data may not be as accurate. Say your tablet campaign performance may not be showing any last click conversions, but it may be an important touch point in assisting your conversions. So in allowing your campaigns to track your conversions or track your or attribute in this way, you're then able to capture the full value of mobile and adjust or manage your campaign bids or your device bids accordingly. Second, continue to optimize your keyword level bids to reach your aggregate targets. So go granular and continue to still adjust from keyword to ad group to campaign level. Third, in setting your device bid adjustments, what we'd like you to consider is this formula. So by taking into consideration your aggregate CPA, meaning your campaign level CPA, against your device CPA, you're then able to be or to have a scientific way of setting your device bids based on performance. The next slide should be able to show you what I mean by this. So let's take the current situation, which is the top part of the slide. You currently within the situation have the same bid for desktop and tablet, set to achieve the desired CPA. So we're bidding $1 on desktop at an $8 CPA, and we're bidding $1 on tablet at a $12 CPA. On average, your campaign CPA will be $10. If you look at this information, and given the new device bid adjustments rollout, your likely course of action will be what is in the middle, or the new situation, where you do not adjust your desktop bids, but severely decrease your tablet bids. In doing this, you and your advertisers will likely receive fewer conversions, and the CPA may be lower, yes, because we are now bidding less on tablet, but your conversion volumes will also likely be much lower. So how we'd like you to address the situation is in the last line, which is new situation number 2, wherein you adjust bid adjustments not just for platforms or devices that are not doing well, but also for platforms and devices that are doing well. Based on the formula that I shared earlier, by looking at your aggregate CPA, which is $10, and comparing that against your device CPA, in this case $8 for desktop and $12 for tablet, the recommended bid adjustment will be about 25%. So for desktop, given the desktop platform is converting cheaper, what the recommended course of action is to bid higher and get more clicks for your advertiser by about 20%. On the tablet side of things, given your CPA is a bit higher, what we'd like you to do is adjust your bid by negative 20%, so that, again, you maintain the same performance on your overall conversion volumes. I will leave this here for a bit, just in case you would like to read further. Cool. And the last slide on device bid adjustments, just key points for to remember when we are optimizing. So first off, at launch, no action is required. What will happen is your campaign level bid will be device agnostic, and your existing mobile bid adjustment will only be applied to your mobile traffic. Tablet and desktop will begin at 0%, which is where they were. Therefore, you will not run any risk of changes to performance. Second, if you use third party for automated bidding, do not make any changes yet until DBA is supported by your partner. This is very important because if you do adjust and they are not compatible yet, this may affect your campaign performance. Third, for manual bidders, make sure to bid the device performance when decoupling or changing up your device bids for tablet and desktop. As I spoke to in the last two slides, look at your overall campaign CPA, your aggregate CPA, compare that against your device CPA, and depending on which is higher or lower, adjust your device bids accordingly. And that concludes the best practices for device bid adjustments. If you have any questions, I will pause here for a few minutes.
So they can just read the questions here. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Does not seem like we have any questions coming in. If you don't know where the questions are or what field you should be putting those questions in, just as a reminder, you may go into the community event and type in any questions there, and we should be able to receive them from our end. Cool. So given there are no questions so far, I'll move into the second section, which is the converted clicks deprecation. So let's begin with talking about why we're doing this. Why are we deprecating converted clicks? It's essentially we want to allow advertisers clear control of how they count conversions. And to illustrate what I mean by this, let's look at this example on the slide. So say we have this business Berkeley t-shirts, and they want to count two different kinds of conversions on AdWords. Their shirt sales and their unique leads. In how they count the conversions, they would like every single sale to be counted and only unique leads to be counted. So we have two customers now that have clicked on the ad and gone to the website. Customer number one, after clicking on the ad, purchases one shirt on Tuesday and another on Saturday. Customer number two clicks on an ad and downloads a catalog 3 times on Tuesday and once on Wednesday. If we look at the current system for converted clicks, the activities that I just relayed translates to 2 converted clicks. However, if we look at actual conversions, which would be what matters best to this company, to Berkeley T-shirts, and how they want to track their performance, we will actually be able to count 3 conversions. 2 being the shirt sales that the first customer completed on 2 separate days, and 1 being the unique lead from the second customer that downloaded the catalog 3 times. In this example, we can clearly see what the difference in value with tracking converted clicks and conversions to the way that we want to to the precise way that we want to track conversions. Converted clicks only returns two unique activities, where conversions give us 3 activities that we care about. So just to clarify this even further, I'd like to go through another example wherein we have three situations. The first situation is a click on an ad, a download of the catalog, and 2 sales thereafter. In this situation, again, we will only count this as one converted click. However, as a business, given what we want to track is every single unique lead and every single sale, what the first line translates to as 3 actual conversions. In the second example, where there's 1 click and 1 sale, it's pretty much equal, right? There's 1 converted click and there's 1 conversion. On the third example, where there's 1 click and 2 downloads of the catalog, given we've already set that leads are only counted once every click, then we get 1 converted click, and accurately, as we want it to be counted, just 1 conversion. On top of the tracking value that conversions have over converted clicks, there are a few more benefits that tracking conversions that converted clicks may not accurately count yet. So with conversions, you are able to track cross-device activity or cross-device conversions. You're able to track store visits. Conversions also allow you to toggle between different attribution models that are not last click. So you can look at linear, time decay, first click, etc., and basically be able to attribute better. It also allows you to toggle what you or which conversion types you would want to be taken into consideration for automated bidding. It supports tracking revenue. It allows for different ways of tracking conversions, as I already spoke about. And it also allows you to segment higher or lower value. So what conversion types are more important or less important to your business. In terms of who is affected by this deprecation, so if you're an advertiser and you're already bidding based on your conversion volumes, there's very little that you need to do. There won't be any changes to your metrics, there won't be any changes to your performance, and you can just leave them as is. However, if you have advertisers that are bidding based on converted clicks, if there's no auto bidding in place, there will be some changes because tracking from converted clicks moving to conversions and not being able to set that accurately may affect your conversion volumes. But since you're not auto bidding, there won't really be any negative impact to your campaign performance. What you'll be seeing is more conversions and lower CPAs. What's really affected by this change is, or who is most affected by this change, are the advertisers that are bidding based on converted clicks and are using auto bidding strategies. Given the way that converted clicks and conversions count the metric differs, what will happen is your campaign performance will definitely change, and the campaign will optimize based on the new numbers. So your auto bidding systems will optimize based on the new numbers, which may or may not accurately track towards what you want it to be doing. So if we're looking at these 4 buckets, the upper right-hand corner is definitely the ones that we need to address immediately. Where do we begin? So the first step is there's already a built-in migration tool on AdWords. It should be the easiest way to go through the migration, and it will even show you in the last 30 days what your campaign performance will look like coming from the converted click system to conversions. I would recommend that you begin here, and if it gets too complicated, then we can adjust thereafter. So let's go into this flow chart now of action. So let's begin with a question on whether your advertiser is using automated bidding. Again, like I said, if they are not, what will happen is your conversion rates will increase, your cost per acquisition will decrease, and there won't really be any negative impact to your campaign performance. What happens if the advertiser is using auto bidding? The actions differ based on which metric your advertiser is using to count conversions. If we are looking at counting conversions, campaign performance will continue as expected. However, if we are looking at tracking converted or bidding towards converted clicks, there are two things that we need to do. First is change the setting from converted clicks to conversions. In doing this, what we'd recommend is that you adjust all your conversion types to track based on how you want it to track. So if it's every unique lead, make sure that the lead conversion type only tracks one conversion per click. And if it's every single sale, then make sure that the sale conversion type tracks every single conversion after a click. Once this change is done, we recommend that you allow the campaigns to stabilize for about 2 weeks to take into account any, if any, change will happen to your campaigns. After the 2 weeks is done, review your campaign performance. How many more conversions are you getting, or how much cheaper are your CPAs thereafter? And based on this performance, adjust your target CPA or adjust your auto bidding systems to where you or to the CPA that's optimal for your business. Again, I will leave this here for a bit in case you'd like to read further. Cool. That is the last slide. I will spend the next few minutes in case there are any questions that come into the community. And as per usual, we will be sharing the deck, so you will have this on hand once you have advertisers that you would like to help out. We don't seem to be getting any questions, which hopefully is a good thing. In any case, like I said, we will be sharing the deck, and if you have any questions right now or in the next few weeks, please reach out to the Guru community or to your account managers, and we should be able to sort that out for you. Thank you again for spending time with us today, and hopefully you learned how to address the upcoming migrations on AdWords.